Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from the biblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions. I love these questions because they allow us to get deep into what does God's Word say about healthy eating. And today we're going to talk about kidney health, indigestion, and also estrogen in foods. So those are the three questions we're going to be answering today. If you would like to get your question answered, then I ask you to join our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy. And that is where when you enter, it's going to say, what question do you have for Annette? Those questions then get added to these video lists. And I would love to answer your questions. Now, sometimes we'll answer the question right away and give you your answer immediately. And other times we add it to the videos. Now, also, I love these videos because I always give away a free product. Well, today's free product is going to be some omegas. It is always very helpful to be on omega supplements. If you're dealing with inability to lose weight, you have mental issues as far as just remembering things, our brain needs omega fats in our diet. And so making sure we have omega fats in our diet is important. So hopefully you're already eating fish once or twice a week, or you're having avocados and just healthy fats like that in your diet. But even with all of that added in your diet, it's also helpful to take an omega supplement. So I'll put a link to this down below and also the coupon code so you can save money on that. Now you say, well, how do I get that? No, how do you get it is by leaving a review of one of my books on Amazon or our website, The Biblical Nutritionist. When you leave a review, your name gets entered into the drawing for these gifts, and we try to give a gift away every week. So stay tuned to the videos to see when you win, and then put your name into the drawing by just leaving a review of my books on either Amazon or the Biblical Nutritionist website. Before we get started in today's questions, please go ahead and hit subscribe so that you can stay notified every time we post new videos. And I'm here to teach you about being confident in the kitchen, in your health, and in God's love for you. And every one of those matter because I want you to have a very healthy, audacious life going forward. Question number 1. This question says, hi Annette, I'm a dialysis patient and I'm on a low potassium, low phosphorus, low sodium, and high protein diet. And I spoke to my dietitian about dialysis, about helping my liver, because a couple months ago I was in the hospital with gallstones and I tested positive for COVID. Well, my liver was also a bit swollen. And she didn't really help me very much. So my question is, would you be able to make a video for people who are like me, who have kidney disease, and what can we drink? Okay, is there something that we can drink that will help their liver? So thanks a bunch. This was submitted by Michael. So initially, I'm just going to give you quick foods: kale, beet tops, parsley, berries, ginger, and lemon water. Those are the key things for your liver. The water must be purified. The parsley and the other foods, just buy it in bunches, dehydrate it, freeze it until you're ready to use it, store it in bags for individual juices. You can blend any one of these greens that I just mentioned for a delicious drink. In fact, you could have this daily, or it could be a Monday morning or a Friday morning nutritious drink. Don't overwhelm yourself with any rules. Add superfoods or seed fiber to enhance it even more. Now, if you have trouble digesting these foods, there are two options. So we need to get either a digestive enzyme from either Transformation Enzymes or from the link below from Amari. Now, let's dive into more about this question. Here are some tips to improve not only your liver, but your kidney as well. Number 1, you need to get up out of your seat and stretch once an hour, and do that for about 5 minutes. Sitting all day is very harmful for the kidneys. Number 2, I want you to maximize the good stuff and minimize the bad stuff. In other words, I want you to stay hydrated, stay happy, and even Dr. Jaffe, he says your kidneys will begin to heal when you do that. This is also going to bring health to your liver as well. Number 3, eat the foods God called good. If God didn't make it and you don't recognize it, like Ensure or Boost, then throw it away. Those drinks are nothing but lab experiments, and they're 100% complete synthetic. Make your own protein boost drink. Number 4, take B complex, or make sure the multivitamin that you're taking has adequate B complex in it. Number 5, the B complex should be so much that your urine is yellow all day long. Number 6, kidney health is related to high blood pressure. They're connected. So when one is acting up, the other will as well. So to heal, we must eat as if you believe in God and then enjoy the life God designed. Another question submitted says, what should I eat for bad indigestion? I had a meal that was overly spicy and now my stomach is mad at me. I've tried every natural resource I can think of. Submitted by Paul. Okay, Paul, I can feel your answer. Well, let's talk about this. Though there are some key foods that you can just like, oh, if I had that on hand, I wouldn't have any problems. That's bananas, it could be lemons, or it could be any type of freshly milled grain. Those go in. So lemon water will balance the pH and start to lessen the spicy effect and the upsetness. The grains help to just absorb and just to modify what's going on. So sometimes that's enough, and bananas work really well. Now beyond that, it might be that you just need to take some enzymes. Now I get it, spicy food is very unique, and so the bananas, the freshly milled grains, and also the lemon water will help with that. But sometimes we just get upset stomach because it just doesn't agree with us, or we don't have the enzymes to break it down. And typically that's the main problem, it's enzymes. So I recommend all the time in our inner circle, because the inner circle is where people get to ask specific questions directly to me, and I get to answer them. And so they get the answer right away. Every week they get to come together and ask another question. It's like having your own personal nutritionist on duty for you every week. So I bring up the topic of enzymes quite frequently. So we need enzymes to break down our food. If we don't have enzymes in the food or in our body, then we get upset stomach with gas and bloating and just not feeling well, or being hungry all the time even though you know you've just eaten. That's what happens when we don't have enzymes to break down the food and to metabolize it. And then that, if our food is not being metabolized well, then we can end up with inflammation anywhere in our body. So if you know a food is going to cause some discomfort, then it's like broccoli. Sometimes people cannot tolerate broccoli or cabbage or Brussels sprouts. They just because of what it causes in the digestive tract. Well, if you take enzymes with a troubled food, a problem food, it breaks it down and you're like, oh, well, that was really nice. I could enjoy that meal with no problem. Yes, because you took enzymes with it. So taking enzymes, I'll put 2 links down below. I have 2 companies that I recommend highly. One is Transformation Enzymes and the other one is Amari. They both have really good digestive enzymes. So those links will be down below. They both want to support the Biblical Nutritionist family. So thanks for asking this question. A question was submitted and it says, is there a way to decrease estrogen? I was diagnosed with breast cancer from high estrogen. Submitted by Amanda. Now we have to see the body as one complete unit, and we have to know that the foods that God designed do not increase the chances of cancer. So when we focus on the 3 principles, it just makes sense. Dr. William Li has a book called Eat to Beat Disease, and I highly recommend that book to everyone. Every food he mentions is a good food that God created and called good. Every food that is shared on all platforms that create disease is a man-altered food, a GMO food, a glyphosate-sprayed food, a synthetic food. That's where a disease comes from. It throws us into an imbalance or a dysbiosis. We must see cancer as how your body is making and using estrogen more than what foods are contributing to it. Now, if you're eating a God-designed diet, this is not going to be a problem because God's foods bring balance. Anytime we are out of balance, like an estrogen-fed tumor, there's many other contributing factors. It's not just food to blame. There are other things. So we have xenoestrogens. That's the chemicals in our cleaners. We have chemicals in our skincare if you're using products that are just, off the shelf at Walmart or wherever. These also can interrupt with your estrogen balance. Your microbiome is so important for your estrogen balance. Not all of your estrogen is made there, but some of it is. And so this is going to make a difference if you are high estrogen or low estrogen. Many women after menopause are low estrogen and then they got flabby skin and they're like, hey, I have no energy. We need to increase it. Yes, we will try to make sure we're eating really good, healthy greens and flaxseed, but those are the same foods that are going to bring you into balance. So whether you're high or you're low, it's balance that we're looking for. And God's foods always bring balance. But we have to eat God's foods in the most natural form, in the way He created it. Now, it doesn't mean you have to only eat raw foods, although that would be pretty healthy for especially like a 7-day. For 7 days, I'm just going to eat raw vegetables and fruits. That would be amazing to your body. But typically, we're not going to live like that forever. So we have to learn, how do I find the best foods and learn to be my own cook, learn to be my own chef, create the health in my kitchen to make a difference in my health and then we're going places. So I want you to just look at what are you eating, how much of it is being processed from a manufacturer's plant instead of grown in as a plant in a garden, and really bring that back into balance, eating more of the foods God called good. Then go in and check all of your cleaners in your home. Make sure they are not toxic. Make sure everything you're putting on your face, everything you're drinking brings you into balance. The microbiome, it can be upset with just one meal and throw you out of balance for 3 days. Yet we can bring the balance back and bring it to healing. So that's what I would look for most importantly, especially because of cancer. Now, we have talked many times about cancer and what to do for it. We even have a course about cancer in our Biblical Nutrition Academy, and we go through the 8 steps. So there's so much to do. Sweating is important, doing a sauna, doing red light therapy, exercise, resting, sleeping, fasting is important for any type of person who has had cancer in the past. Praising the Lord is another important step. Yet we always want to look at what foods are you eating, what are you putting on your skin, what are you putting near your body, because everything affects estrogen. So thanks for asking this question, and I know the Lord has a great healing in front of you, and it's going to be an amazing year. Thanks for asking. Don't forget, if you'd like to get your question answered, please go to our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, and join there. And when you join, it'll say, what question do you have? So just let us know. We look forward to reading your questions. Now, if you want to get your name put into the drawing for our free gift every time we do these question and answer videos, then go to thebiblicalnutritionist.com, leave a review of one of my books there, or go to Amazon and leave a review there of any one of my books. The new cookbook could really use some more reviews. So if you have that new cookbook, I want you to go in there and write a review. We have hundreds of reviews on the old cookbook, but they won't transfer to the new cookbook. So we would love to have your reviews there especially. Now, today's winner is Tony Waynert. Tony Waynert, you have 60 days from the posting of this video to send an email to info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com and say winner number 104. I look forward to seeing your name show up and that you're going to give us your address. Some people respond and they don't give us their address. Well, it would be very helpful for that too. And today, as I share, we're giving away the omega supplements because the brain needs healthy fats, and that's why we take the omega supplements. Some people who are having difficulty losing weight, they don't have enough healthy fats in their diet, and the omega supplements help to make sure we're getting the amount we need every day, no matter what our diet is giving us. So thanks for watching and joining us here at the Biblical Nutritionist. It is always my joy and honor to share with you God's recipe for excellent health and to tell you again and again and again how much God really loves you. He loves you with an amazing love, an everlasting love, and He's loved you from the moment of conception, just the way He created you. Sometimes life gets strange, but God created you for a special purpose, and the DNA He put in you is exactly what He wants you to live. Thanks for watching.